Hey, everybody. Welcome. Good morning on this glorious Monday morning. I'm super excited to be here today to have this fireside chat with my amazing dream team that are part of the Career Doctor Experience. For our viewing audience that doesn't know me or hasn't had the pleasure of engaging with Career Doctor LLC, Career Doctor LLC and all of its entities are set up to provide exemplary executive career and leadership coaching. And now this year, we've also expanded our reach as well as training professional organizations as well as corporate entities alongside the excitement around leaning into generative AI via our EngageX new platform that we just launched last Friday. One of the reasons I decided to have this conversation this morning is to really talk to this audience and any viewer that wants to know a little bit about Career Doctor and let you know how things get done, as well as giving you some insight behind the scenes on how I navigate not one, not two, but three business entities. So I thought I'd take the liberty of doing that this morning by introducing you to the team that is behind the dream and the vision that makes EngageX whole. I'd start out by doing that by introducing you to the one that's been with me the longest. Toby, you want to tell the viewing audience a little bit about yourself and who you are?
Okay, hi guys. My name is Toby. I'm a seasoned video editor. I've been editing professionally for over 9 years now, and primarily as a freelancer on Upwork. And that's also where I met Jackie about 3 years ago, and it's been smooth sailing since. I've loved every minute of it. Um, why
I
are you
didn't
laughing,
pay him to say
Jackie?
that, guys. I didn't pay him to say that.
Okay, I've loved every minute of it. And then like it's been a wonderful learning experience. I've loved everything about it. I do different kinds of videos, ranging from YouTube to animations to brand and global marketing. So all kinds of videos that you need for all kinds of stuff like that, I do as well. And I'm open to doing any of that for anyone in the audience. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Yeah, and Toby undersells himself all of the time. Not only is he an amazing videographer, but he is up for the stretch. He's always exercising an extra muscle, doing graphic design and all of the content. So all of the amazing content that I always get content compliments on, it comes out to my audience. Toby has been largely responsible for most of it. So I want to thank you for that. He also is responsible for designing the covers of some of the newest collateral as well as published content. So, as most of you know, I'm a three-time published author now. And for the last two books, um, Toby has been responsible for designing the cover art for both of them, as well as the intrinsic value workbook and flashcard. So I want to thank him for always being a support and stretching himself beyond his own reach. Next, we have Zeno. So, Zeno, tell us, what is it that you do for Career Doctor and all of its partners?
Okay, great question, Jackie. My name is Ewo Mazino, but people call me Zeno. I've been in the web development space for the past 8 years, and I've been creating websites and web applications for um, various industries for different clients all over the world. I've been managing Career Project USA and Career Doctor for the past 2 years now. I've been managing Career Doctor, and over to you now, Jackie.
All right, well, fantastic. Not only does Zeno still sell himself short like Toby, he does way more than that. He has been an integral part of the creative vision of coming up with the concept for how to integrate and have a seamless infrastructure for back end user access for things like Harmony Hive, our portals for our resume development. We have our own in house content area and platform for clients to be able to access their content and their resources in a way that makes seamless engagement even when I'm not available. So he's just amazing in so many fronts, timely, organized, can't say enough about him. Olayinka, what about you?
Yeah, thanks, Jackie. So I've been working with Jacqueline for the past few months, specifically on EngageX. More recently, we've been collaborating to work on some marketing collateral. I am a product and project manager primarily, and I have some experience also in design and marketing. So most of my work is to collaborate with amazing team members that help to bring Engagex to life, and also helping Jackie wherever she needs in between the planning, organization, delegating, and everything else. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll also equally amazing. Everything that you see in terms of how the design and the layout, the concept that I created has come to life. And from a design perspective, Yinka was totally responsible for that. And so, amazing work there. We've got a lot of cool marketing collateral that's coming your way starting this afternoon. And you will see the magic that is Yinka in terms of his market strategy approach. So, I want to thank him for that. So I thought I might answer a few questions and have the audience learn a little bit about what it means to work with a team that is offshore. I know a lot of people get anxious a lot of the times about, hey, the safety, the security. So I think I'll start with Toby. So Toby, what has been your experience in our ability to function and work collaboratively in terms of our partnership, because I've worked with you for the last 3.5 years in working with Career Doctor and all of our entities.
Okay. Okay, let me begin with this. Like I said previously, I'm a video freelancer, and that has exposed me to a lot of people all over the world. So I've worked remotely for as long as I can remember, for at least 9 years from different countries. And I think for you to do something like that, you have to be organized and have your act together, right? So when Jackie came to me, I didn't think it would be a problem. Funny enough, funny story. When she did come to me, I was actually on a ship in Greece, which is the funny thing when I got her invite on Upwork. And I mean, it wasn't a problem at all. We did like at least 7 or 8 projects within like 2 months with no hitch, no problem at all within that time period. And even with the time constraints, the time zones, it wasn't a problem at all. Because I mean, Jackie was always on time to tell me what she needed, and always give me like room to do whatever she needed me to do. So it was the problem at all. And moving forward, I mean, now we've like had an even greater relationship now. We've worked on so many things together, even with her personal brand, EngageX, Career Doctor. So with that, we've had a more close-knit relationship. So now we even have to work on tighter deadlines and several projects together, which hasn't really been a problem, even though we're not in the same country. All we have to do is make sure that, okay, she tells me, Toby, I need it by this time, and this is the timeline I need you to give it to me. I'm like, okay, I need 1, 2, 3 days, and she's like, okay, you can give it to me then. And with that, it shouldn't be much of a problem. So if we have time, if we have our time constraints in place, and we have our deadlines together, it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, absolutely. Zeno, talk to the audience a little bit about how we navigate project management and making sure that we've got good quality assurance and our content is solid and been checked, because you not only manage Career Doctor LLC, but you also manage Career Project USA, which is our nonprofit arm, and now you're going to be managing and maintaining EngageX. So tell us, how do we navigate that with efficiency?
Okay, in addition to what Toby has said in meeting deadlines, because there are a lot of times where I get to, like, there are some tighter deadlines where you need to get things done at a particular time. So, in addition to getting things done earlier, we get to communicate via email, through WhatsApp, and through um, email and WhatsApp, basically. And yeah.
Yeah. And not only do we use email, but we use some other platforms that are out there. We take full home court advantage of WhatsApp, Outlook email. We use Slack. We've used a number of different modems, as well as utilizing the Zoom platform and all of its plugins and engagement to help keep it efficient. Olayinka, maybe you might want to talk about the time variance. And I know that might be a fear factor for many people thinking about working across border with a team, that, hey, we've got a 6-hour time difference for you guys. How does that work out for us?
Yeah, so I think most of it comes down to definitely planning and communication. I think having a smooth transition from identifying the tasks that need to be delivered and what timeline, and then the flow of communication that is needed. A great thing that I know Jacqueline does well is planning meetings ahead and giving us exact time frames on when we need to speak. Sometimes that's over calls, and sometimes it's quicker to have some communication done via phone call as opposed to pre-planned meetings where recordings take place. So when it comes to the time zones, I think most of it for me personally has been just being aware of the locations in which I work with clients, Jacqueline included. So yeah, it's definitely one of those things that requires a bit of an adjustment. But with planning and I think an awareness of everyone's availability, it's not really something that can be worked around.
Yeah. I mean, being part of you guys being creatives in the tech industry, I think we utilize and stretch the limits on every technological solution to kind of bring forward some level of completion and great outcomes, which has always been a win for me. I know that the audience likely wants to know before we go. It sounds all peachy keen that I got this team that is from Lagos, Nigeria. Nonetheless, if I didn't say that already, and they're international, they're all over the globe, especially Toby. He's working from any and every country, most times, as well as the US. One of the things that I note is that in the US, just by and large, just by grand design of how we operate and function here, deadlines are always tight. We're always trying to get things done, and everything is I hate it the way the U.S. is, but it's just how we are. Everything is on a quick turnaround, fast, rapid pace. I would love to slow things down, but it never quite works out that way. And so oftentimes I'm giving all three of these guys last minute decisions. Talk to me about how each of you has been able to navigate the last minute turnarounds, the rapid fire, hey, I need it now kind of concept, and how that might be different culturally from where you are. Whoever would like to go
We should
first?
go. Okay, I can go first. Funny enough, I mean, I've even had this discussion with Zeno earlier. Nigeria probably even has a worse last minute culture than the US. I mean, things are very tight here. It's even worse because sometimes planning isn't even as good as in the US, but the deadlines are still as tight. But I still think, like working with a lot of clients, I still think the thing that's paramount is still planning. I mean, a lot of the times I get a lot of message from my clients and they go, "Hey Toby, this is urgent, but I need this in 5 days. I need this in 3 days." Okay, and I'll be like, "Okay, I think I could do this. I have availability for this." Right. So all that needs to happen is for the client to, I mean, as soon as they realize they have a need for a particular um deliverable, they just go and meet the freelancer straight and say, "Oh, this is what I need. This is what I needed. Is this possible?" And as soon as two of you can come to an agreement, come to a conclusion, yes, this is possible, or no, it's not possible. I need to get somebody else. From there, all you have to do is plan your check-ins, your meetings, and because sometimes there might have to be revisions, so you have to like allocate time for that as well. So as soon let me use Jackie for example. I mean, Jackie is probably not even one of Jackie's probably my tightest deadline client ever. So Jackie could come to me, Toby, I need this. Jackie could come to me maybe 6 p.m. and say, Toby, I need this by 8 a.m. tomorrow. Luckily, if I'm awake, we talk through it immediately because in situations like that, text is not the way to go. You have to have a full blown conversation, know what she needs, know when as soon as she can get it back, and then we have that. As soon as we cash that out, I get straight to work, and then probably, I mean, if it's something that's possible in that time frame, before she wakes up the next morning, she will have it. So all you have to do is have both dedicated freelancers and dedicated clients who are willing to communicate. And I think with that, it's not even difficult at all. It's definitely achievable and it's done all over the world.
Yeah. Zeno, you might want to speak to the effect of how we have very consistent avoidance of communication gaps. So a lot of the times I'll come up with an idea, I'll tell you what I want. Maybe talk to the audience about how we ensure efficiency and that it is meets the needs without having to do a lot of revisions.
Okay. Most of the time when Jackie wants to do some revisions or some features on your website, apart from the email she sends, we normally do like a Zoom call to be able to go through each and every detail that she wants done. And so that also gives me like an idea of not just an idea, it gives me the picture of what she's looking for exactly. So with that, I'm able to run with it. And with the time zone effect, in terms of, okay, let's say it's 8 p.m. US time, and she will tell me she needs it by, let's say, 8 a.m. US time the next day. I get to, because when there's, I think in the time zone, we have additional 6 hours, right? So with that, I can be able to deliver that in our work time, because our work time will probably be when US clients will be sleeping. And so that's how I'm able to manage the efficiency.
I love it. I love it. And I think even with all the rapid fire, all of the guys are able to slow it down to ensure that the outcome is effective and kind of provide that level of quality assurance. Yinka, last but not least, I have a question for you before we go. Talk to us about EngageX. What do you love most about this project, its outcome in design, and what do you see on the forefront for EngageX?
Yeah, so that's a great question, actually, Jacqueline. I think for the first part, I think Engagex is totally amazing from the idea to, even how much of the user has been taken into consideration. I think we've iterated to the point where I think we came as close to excellence as possible, even just looking more so as what else is available in the space that does, a similar job, even if not as good as it. But that's maybe a biased opinion from me because, like, it's something that we did work on. But yeah, it's been amazing to work on EngageX, and I think like a lot of people are going to benefit from getting to experience what improving their speaking and getting accurate information on how to improve. And I think that is one of the best things about it, outside of the fact that the platform looks amazing. In humble terms, I think is one of the best out there. So yeah.
I love it. And I would have to humbly agree. I'll just say this, guys, as we wrap it up. I think that being able, it was my goal when I started both Career Doctor, Career Project USA, and when I decided the concept around EngageX, that I would look for a team that is highly skilled, it's super creative, and that if I got the bonus that they happen to look like me, it would be even better. And so I got all of that here. I got all of that. And so I was really excited about it. I think that the responsiveness to individuals that either piloted the opportunity or either have participated in the demo or have had the chance to hop on the platform has been amazing. People are most excited about the reporting feature and the level of deep dive, 18-point levels of reporting features, as well as the hybrid concept of having access to the alignment of various coaches that are aligned with the platform all in one house for one, very, very, very reasonable price. And so I think that's going to be the win for all of it. What I can say to my viewing audience is that if you have a need, whether it be videography, animation, web development, chatbot design, project management, marketing strategy, or just in design for a concept that you've always dreamt about, you got to lean into my dream team because they do some amazing work. I wanted the whole world to meet and greet them because I've been getting questions all along like, how do you not go crazy running two to three things and having multiple hats? Well, number one is that Grand Design, the creator, made me this way. He set it up for women to do more than one thing. So I've always done that. I'm most effective when I'm doing more than one thing. But I know that every great idea and concept is made whole when you've got a team behind you. And so I am forever grateful for the executive assistant, Toby, and for Zeno for managing all my platforms, and for Yinka to be now managing all my marketing efforts, keeping me streamlined and organized and effective. And as a whole, if you come to Career Doctor LLC or for those of you that don't know, if you come to Career Project USA, which is our nonprofit arm, and I don't know if I mentioned this, way cool. Career Project USA is set up to help the neediest, most people that are in the greatest need. Either you're a working mom, you're a single mom, and you are outplaced and out of work and absolutely in need of work. Maybe you're somebody that's at risk of losing your home, you're out of a job. Maybe you're a senior that's returning to work and just completely unsure how to navigate this space because we're living longer, right? And we're going back to work. The Career Project is made for those entities, and especially our early career professionals that aren't quite where they want to be in their careers, but they need help. Career Project USA, go over, apply for one of our scholarships. And if you're not granted a scholarship, our services are subsidized to the lowest order to be able to help these individuals. And so no matter what your needs are, if you have one and you feel that they go beyond the scope of career coaching or workplace corporate training, guess what? It's a likely probability that Career Doctor can help you solve it through our dream team here providing ancillary services that go beyond your reach. So if you have questions and want to know how to meet these individuals, guess what? You can hop on over to thecareerdoctorllc.com and take a look on the page, and there's links out there on how to reach Toby, how to reach Zeno, and later on after this afternoon there'll be a link on there on how to reach Olayinka. I just want to thank you guys. If I don't say it enough, even though they're being painfully honest because we're in a public setting, I drive these guys nuts with my last minute requests and my rapid fire turnarounds and my revisions, and just my overall desire to reframe and retool ideas and concepts that I come up with. And I just want to say thank you for your patience. And for your hard work and dedication. And best of all, thank you for your ingenious creative minds, because you really do bring all of my visions to life. And I hope you, future forward, are able to do that same thing for anybody that watches this video on LinkedIn Live. I want to thank you guys for joining us today, and thank you for your time. And I hope everybody has an amazing Monday.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
All right.